Hey guys, Mike here. Here's a simple tutorial on how to use the Zoom H4N. It's a very simple device and as far as audio recording. You can use it for film and stuff, but this is specifically how I kind of use it for simple podcasting interviews. So here's the setup and the basics of how to use it. So here's your equipment. You have your Zoom, you have your SD card, you have your two mics plugged in, and then you have your adapter, hopefully. If not, you can use batteries. That's not a problem. You can use batteries, but just know that each set of batteries has about 3.5 hours recording time. So an adapter is probably a better way to do it. First thing you want to do is you want to put in your SD card. That goes in the slot right there. You can see that. It's going to be on the right side near the bottom. And this is a 32 gig card. It doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure it's an SD card. You push that in all the way until it clicks, and it'll definitely be in, because when you turn this on, it'll say no SD card if it isn't in. So that's the starting screen right there. And so it's going to now load the card. It takes a couple seconds. So it's not right away because it has to load the information, but it should take a second. And as soon as it loads up, you'll see a starting screen. Now we're on the starting screen. What we do next, so if you notice, if your SD card's not in there, you'll feel a little click when you push it in. But if not, so right now it says 23 minutes, 53 seconds. I have to get rid of this card soon. So then you just, if you push this out, it'll say no card. Also, when you load up, it'll say no card if it's not in there properly. But once you push it in, didn't do it right. It's having a hard time there. So once you push it in, though, it'll load up. Again, this will take a second. So then there it goes. There it goes. It takes a while for mine because it's a pretty full card. 32 gigs and I only have 23 minutes. It's had, I think, something like 40 hours in the beginning. So I keep a lot of my cards and just get new ones. You can erase them afterwards. So if you want a new project, what you have to do is the menu button. On the menu button, you click that. Now it's going to ask you project, files, effects, input. The first thing you want to make sure is it's set up right. So you want to make sure it's in record mode. And you want it as, I prefer always new. You can also do it as overwrite, meaning it'll go to the last project. If you do it as always new, you're going to guarantee that you save your things. And check your USB card. Okay, so now we go to mode. Now on mode, you want to make sure, right now I'm in multi-track recording. That's the one you want. Stereo will give you just this part right here. That's one way to record, but you're not going to be able to use the plug-in mics. 4-channel recording is 4 separate channels of recording. You want to go to multi-track mode. So you click that with the wheel. You click that in, and you're set up to record. The next thing you want to do is hit menu again. You're going to scroll down until it says project. You want to start new project. So you click project, you click new project, and then so that would be the name of my, I have 40 something projects on here, plus it actually has some named projects on there. So you can do different ways of doing this. Keep a notebook, make sure you write down the project name so you know what and who it was with. That way you know, and then you hit execute. Okay, now you're almost ready to record. Now right here it's set on mic, which means it's picking up these, but there's no track selected. So as you can see, nothing's happening. So you want to make sure you select one of the tracks. And this is going to take a second because my card is so full that, although it's gone up to 47 minutes. So once that highlights, now you can see the bar right here is moving up and down. This is picking up all the room sound. Now this is a last resort, like if you forget mics or something, because it literally, if you listen through the headphones, will be super, super loud. So if you're listening through headphones, this is going to pick up everything in the room, including electronics that are running, like you can hear fans of computers sometimes. You can hear the air conditioning. So if you can shut off the air conditioning and stuff, that's a possible way to record. Now, right here, as you'll see, it's set up at 120. This is how much sound this is getting range-wise. So it's getting 120 degrees of range. That's not that important. I would send it to 90 and just sit in front of it if you were going to record somebody else. It picks up left and right. But for your purposes, you want to use these things at the bottom. So once you're plugged in,
Now, if you want to do one single track, you can leave this how it is. And then you just click that, and you click that, make sure they're on, and you're set up to record right now on mic 1 and 2. Now, if you want this as a separate track, you can hit that. Now, this is really soft, but as soon as I go like this, look how loud it gets. So that's how you can tell it's actually picking up through the microphones. Also, I'd recommend plugging in some headphones. And this one right here is picking up just what I'm saying right now. So if I was to pick up this second mic right here, and I was to talk into it like I am, that'll pick up that noise. Now you're almost ready to record. So the next thing you want to do is you're going to see this sign. You have to hit record. Make sure this is on. Once this is red, you have 00 up here. Your tracks are ready to record. Hit play. And now you're recording. You're doing it right. And now you're recording. So that's all you have to do when you're ready to. Now, let's say you need to pause for some reason. Feel free to hit pause and it'll actually stop recording. Now, if you hit play again, notice it's not recording. This button's not red. You have to make sure this button's red. That's right. So I can hit this. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. So there we go. So if I click on this, I can actually rewind the... I wouldn't recommend you doing this because of how new you are to recording, but that was just felt like I should show you those little tricks. So again, if I'm ready to record, I hit this button. Pause. Now it's setting up to record. See, it wasn't hitting that, so it was just playing blank air. It wasn't recording anything. Now that I hit record, boom. Now it's recording everything I'm doing right now. If I talk into it, you'll see on the left right there that it's going through. This is my left, and then if I pick up the other microphone, this is my right. So this will record it on 2 separate tracks. Now the other thing you can do, let's go back to the beginning. So if you hit back to the beginning like this, and I hit record, and I hit play, it's gonna start recording right away. But what you can do is you can just hit that again. So if I hit that, oh, I'm sorry. There we go. So if I hit 1 again, so if I blank them out, I hit 1, I can actually get both these tracks. Like, look. So I have this microphone, boom, boom, boom. Okay, now it's going through. Take this microphone, and it does the exact same thing. But it's recording it into one track, which makes it harder for me to do any kind of editing, because if there's a problem with the sound on one mic versus the other, I can't lower it. It's all one track. So I would definitely, and I can't make it stereo. So what I would do is, again, 2 tracks. You're ready to go. Okay, so as far as ending it, now I've re-recorded over that stuff, but that doesn't matter because I'm not using this. When you're done recording, you hit stop, make sure this is off, and turn off your thing. You just hold this down, then it says goodbye, see you. Okay, so now that we're done recording, we just take this out. Boom. Excuse my mess of a room. And on my Mac, there's an SD card right here in the back. You put it on, and then you just bring it on your computer. Just one more thing. So let's say I have my mic here, and I'm talking into it, and I notice that it's really loud if I'm listening with my headphones. Headphones plug in right here, by the way. You can listen to everything, and what you want to listen for is any sometimes what happens is it's really loud, and you'll hear like distortion. It's almost like a screamo song or something. So the way to fix that is right here on the side. If you don't like the way, this is the recording level. So the recording level, all you have to do is hit down, and it's set at 80, which is what I normally use for 2 people. Unless I'm really loud, so sometimes when I record by myself, I'm at 75. I like to do it when I'm actually editing stuff. But if I'm distorting, you just hit the down, and you can set it to where it's at a better level, or maybe it's not topping out as much. See how the thing doesn't quite go as high. I'm also talking kind of soft. So right here, you just want to make sure it's not making a distortion sound when you're recording, and the easy way to fix it is just right there. You want it down enough. If you want the volume number, this is for your actual headphone set. So if you have your headphone and it's too loud for you to listen to, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's too loud on the tracks. Louder is not necessarily bad, because it's easier for me to soften things than it is for me to be able to bring them up. So if things, but I understand people not wanting to hear. I'm kind of deaf, so it works for me. So if you have your headphones in, you want to just bam, up and down. Put out a volume you just want to make sure these are near the top when you're both talking, because it makes it easier for the editing process.
And you're done recording. So that's all you have to do. Now you just drag those tracks from the SD card onto a Dropbox. If you need a separate thing for that, I can let you know what that is too. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you later. Bye.